day, everyone. Welcome to Next Gen Professional Associates. If this is the first time of watching our videos on this channel, please subscribe to our YouTube page as well as share with your friends. If you are a returning subscribers, I will say thank you. Now, in today's video, I'll teach you how to get companies' current market, current price, right? I'll teach you how to get companies what current price in the London Stock Exchange market, right? Probably you don't want to buy in Nigerian stocks anymore. You want to buy probably Apple Store, Google, Unilever in the London Stock Exchange market, right? And you want to know the current price, right? You want to know the current price of that particular stock. Now, what you will do is that the first thing to do is to type on Google, right? You type on Google as well, London Stock Exchange, right? Exchange. Now, once you click on that London Stock Exchange, now you click on the first one, you can see that London Stock Exchange. Now, once you click on the first one, now this is basically for probably you want to buy stocks and you want to know the current price of that particular of that particular company's stock, right? You quickly go to it and you don't want to invest in in the Nigerian stock market. Now you quickly type it on Google, type London Stock Exchange. The first thing is the click on the first one and it will take you to this particular page. Now, which you can search for the companies you are looking for. Which company? Okay, let's say a case study of let's use Apple for instance. Apple, right? So you click on enter, you can see that you have Apple here. So once you click on that, you can see you have Apple instruments, you have the equity, you have bond. If you want to know more about their bond, you can click on bond. But today's class, today's video will just basically on on equity, right? Now you can see you click on Apple. This is the sticker, right? You click on it, then you can see the Apple. Now you scroll down, you can see that you have overview, trade recap, fundamentals, and what analysis. Now, in my next video, I will teach you what the difference between fundamental analysis as well as what technical analysis, right? That one is for another day. Now, when you look at this now, this is the current market price, which is what $258, right? You can see 0.50. You can see that this is the current market the price. Now, this shows that minus 0.1% indicates that the price has decreased by this so amount, by this so percentage, right? Why these are the sticker. You can also look for companies, you can also search for companies using their sticker. Either you say CDI or ORD, right? This is their sticker. Now, you can see that you see open slash last close, right? Now, the close price is the of course the market has closed, right? Is the closing price of yesterday. That is what gives 238. That is the close price. So the close price of yesterday will be opening price of Monday, right? Of course, that is how it works. Now, another thing here is because investors will look at all these things. Another thing is high slash low. High means that the the maximum what is it called? The maximum current maximum price of this particular company shares, right? This particular company current market price within within 52 weeks. That is what it means. The maximum, right? If we have the current price of 238, probably the maximum could be maybe the highest market price they can have within 52 weeks, maybe for instance now maybe $500, right? Maybe $500. So the lowest is that the lowest, what is it called? The lowest market price that they could have probably 200 for the purpose of this class, right? And that is investors will look at all this before they can be able to do what? Because before they can be able to invest in that particular stock. Now, Another thing you need to know is that the bid slash offer. Of course, you have some people in the market that, oh, this is what we bid for, right? This is the what we want to buy for. This is what we have, right? This is what we have. Then you are saying that offer, and the company is saying that no, we want to offer you this, right? So this is just in between the investor as well as what the company, right? Now you can see the special condition here. You see normal close. Of course, the stock market, the London stock market has closed already, right? You can see this channel here. You can see this chart here. So this chart is showing the market price, how you can see from this place it was 200. You can see that it decreased, right? So when it goes up, it increases. When the chart comes down, it's what it decreases. You can see that it increases again and decreases again and further increase and decrease. You can see how the chart is looking at. So as day by day, as the what is it called? As the current price is increasing, it's showing that it is going up. When it is decreasing, it shows that it's coming down, right? So, and that is, you can see that when it comes to, it comes to what? $190. You can see the current, as at 6/11/2024. Now, when you look at this now, this shows that this indicates 11/12/2024. On the 11th, the market price was 262, right? On the 11th, right? Now, what do we have on the 11th? So now, this is the closing price of on the 13th. So definitely that something have happened. If you can have 262 as at 11th, so normally it's supposed to increase. It did not increase. You can see that it dropped, it decreased. So that is why it's showing minus 0.21. Between that 12 and 13, right? The market price has dropped to about minus 0.21%, right? And that is what the chart here is indicating, right? And that is what the chart here is indicating. Now, in this place now, you can see price information. Now, it closed at this as at 13th December 2024. Now, the total numbers of volume, right? The total numbers of shares purchased as at 13th December 2024 was what? 108,616, right? Now, when you multiply the price, right, times the volume, we give you the recapitalization, right? The market recapitalization for that what? For that 13th December 2024. And that is how you go. The number, the value, right? The value of that shares purchased by investors. That is the recapitalization I'm talking about. Now, you can see some other information now. You can see the recent traders. You can see how they trade it. When the price, you can see as at 13th, 12, 13, 12, 13, 12. When the market price is this, you see the volume that was purchased was what? 4 numbers of shares. Is that not so? Now, when you multiply 247.75 times 4, we have what? 991. And that is how it works. You can see when you scroll down, when you scroll down, you see how people on the 13th, you can see when it comes to 247, some people purchase 500 volume. 500 volume times 247.88 will give us what? 123.94. That is the trade volume, the volume, right? In value, that is what it will give at the end of it. So this is how to get, probably you don't want to invest in the Nigeria stock market, you want to go to the US stock market. And how do you extract your information? Probably you want to know the current market price, right? You want to know the current market price. This is not enough for you to invest. Remember that this is not a financial advice, though this is not enough for you to invest. There's still some fundamental technical analysis that we need to do before you say, oh, you want to buy shares, and some other factors, non-financial factors that you need to know before you can say, oh, you want to invest in these shares, in this company's shares or not. So in my next video, I will teach you how to extract probably 5 years market price, right? 5 year market price. 5 year market price means that we are in 2024. I will teach you how to extract it from maybe from 2020, 2021, 2022, 2020, 2024 to get their what? Their share price, so that you know how their share price has been moving. You know the movement of the share price as well. So this will be used for what is it called, for portfolio analysis. When we get there, we will still do portfolio, right? It is will be on a practical level. Please, if you are just coming across our YouTube page for the first time, please subscribe so that you get notified as we drop more videos. So bye for now.